What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new latest update on the Florian Wirtz to Liverpool huge transfer saga, and we will have all the latest information on where exactly this deal is going and where it is right now and what causes the little delay that frustrates, I'm sure, many of you guys as well as myself, because we wanted the here we go already a few days ago, but we have to wait a little bit longer because this is Liverpool's biggest, most historic and largest, most expensive transfer, so it was never going to be easy and it was never going to be quickly done. And also it makes it more difficult that Florian Wirtz is now with the Germany training camp and Germany are playing the Nations League semi-finals very soon. Bayer Leverkusen insider posted yesterday that Leverkusen and Liverpool are still quite far apart on the transfer fee for Florian Wirtz. The gap is more than 20 million euros. So Liverpool's last offer was 130 million euros and Leverkusen won, with add-ons included, and Leverkusen want 150 million euros. Both Liverpool's first and second bid have been rejected according to this Leverkusen insider, because Bayer Leverkusen still want at least 150 million euros. There are two possible solutions. Either the clubs narrow the gap in further rounds of negotiations, or a Liverpool player could move to Leverkusen, thereby preventing the transfer fee from rising any further. The problem is Leverkusen just appointed Erik ten Hag a few weeks ago, and does Harvey Elliott or Kwanzaa want to play for Erik ten Hag? I bet they don't, even though Leverkusen are an attractive club. Bayer have one Liverpool player on its list, and that's Harvey Elliott. They would like to sign him, and whose transfer seems realistic in principle, but it is highly questionable that Harvey Elliott or another English player who are in high demand in the Premier League would decide to move to the Bundesliga instead. But should this happen, Bayer could relatively elegantly fill one of the two offensive gaps that would result from Wirtz's departure. And yes, Liverpool in theory could end up paying as much as 125 million pounds, that's 150 million euros, and Wirtz wants to sign for Liverpool. He already told that to Leverkusen, so I think the deal will still go through. We just need further rounds of negotiations, and Liverpool probably need to go a little bit higher, but Leverkusen also need to lower their transfer fee demands, because actually Liverpool are doing them a favor, because if Liverpool weren't bidding so high for Florian Wirtz, he would join Bayern Munich either this summer or maybe next summer for a lot lower of a transfer fee. And Bayern are the direct rivals of Leverkusen. Of course, FSG were never likely to dive in headfirst with a huge offer to match Leverkusen's price tag. Instead, they came in lower first to test the waters and perhaps see how much compromise they could achieve. The eventual fee will come in if the deal is done on Leverkusen terms. Then the eventual fee with add-ons included will come in at 125 million pounds, and right now Liverpool's bid is at 110, so we are not too far apart. And I think if Liverpool increase it to 118, 115, maybe Leverkusen will accept it. The reason why this is taking so long is Liverpool want to find out exactly what the third bid should be, because the third bid really needs to get accepted. We don't want to drag this out for a month or two, and because Wirtz will go restless and it could upset Leverkusen as well. But Leverkusen are driving a hard bargain, so it's partly their fault as well. But Wirtz is very keen on joining Liverpool, and the fee they will eventually bank from this transfer could fund the transfer bonanza for Leverkusen this summer. And another Liverpool fan posted that the sense I got from speaking to people around the German national team camp on Friday was that Wirtz was focused on the national team games, and Germany likely wouldn't facilitate a medical during this Nations League tournament. So if negotiations aren't rushed, then there is not really a big issue, because they will iron things out. The lack of urgency is probably down to the fact that Florian Wirtz is on the Nations League duty with Germany and he is focused on their semi-final and potential final, because this is still an international trophy that Germany could win and Florian Wirtz would win. It's frustrating to wait for us Liverpool fans, but it makes sense for them to take their time to get the best deal they can, given that Florian Wirtz is with Germany. And Florian Plettenberg also posted yesterday that Leverkusen have the idea to include either Harvey Elliott or Jero Kwanzaa in the deal with Liverpool. There is no final decision on this yet, but talks are ongoing. So that's another factor that could result in the talks taking longer, is Leverkusen are trying to convince either Harvey Elliott or Jero Kwanzaa to join them, and that will take a bit of time as well. Liverpool's Harvey Elliott, who can play as a number 10 or an inverted right winger, he fits Leverkusen's profile and he's being considered. That's what the Kicker news outlet is reporting. And another, tweet from Fabrizio Romano that even during the weekend, Leverkusen and Liverpool have been in contact to discuss the structure of the add-ons and all the possible solutions to close the Florian Wirtz deal. After this 130 million euro offer was on the table, conversations are advancing and Wirtz is expected to be a Liverpool player very soon. Wirtz has been very clear with Leverkusen that he wants to go to Liverpool. He feels it's going to happen as his relationship with the club is excellent. Paul Joyce is reporting that Liverpool are continuing the negotiations with Leverkusen over a club record deal. Leverkusen want to involve Harvey Elliott in the deal. Pressure being put on Liverpool now from their side to come to an agreement. Clearly, it's not as close as maybe some people suggested previously, but we are still confident that we can get a breakthrough this week, so starting from Monday. And the fact that Leverkusen are applying pressure on Liverpool is a good indication that we are getting closer to the final transfer fee that will get accepted, and they want to make sure our next offer is the right one. So they are putting pressure on Liverpool with all this talk and all these articles coming out from Germany that Liverpool's next offer is high enough that Leverkusen will accept it, because Leverkusen don't want to drag this out either, and Liverpool definitely don't. So it should be a busy week, and hopefully Richard Hughes does the business, but I fully trust him. He's the guy who chose Arne Slot after all, and who is already doing great in the transfer window after signing Chiesa, Mamadashvili and Frimpong. Those are three great value for money transfers. The Telegraph is reporting that Liverpool are edging closer to an agreement for Florian Wirtz, and they are advancing in talks despite their offer not being accepted yet. And if you want to shop for absolutely elite, top-tier, world-class players, then you have to expect difficult negotiations that could drag on for weeks. Leverkusen, of course, will not make it easy for Liverpool. This is their generational talent, their best youth academy player to come through Leverkusen, probably in decades. That's expected that Leverkusen would drive a hard bargain and they would want to absolutely maximize the transfer fee. But I think middle ground can be found this week, and Leverkusen are ranking up the pressure through the German news outlets, and that's a good indication that they want it wrapped up as soon as possible, potentially even on Monday or Tuesday. The negotiations between Liverpool and Leverkusen have continued over the weekend. I already read that from Fabrizio Romano. So Liverpool won't include a player in the deal if they don't have to, because they would rather do it as a separate transfer, because it helps to balance the books better. This is all just a ploy from Leverkusen to get Liverpool to pay a higher transfer fee. And Fabrizio Romano on his podcast revealed that we are about to enter the most important week for Florian Wirtz, because Liverpool are hoping to close the deal this week. They are advancing well in conversations with Leverkusen. They are discussing the structure of the add-ons, and the talks are positive. Over the weekend, the talks were positive as well. Very good exchanges between all parties involved, Fabrizio Romano reports. The understanding is very optimistic, and the expectation is to get the deal done in the next days. So both Leverkusen and Liverpool expect this deal to get done. And Florian Wirtz has probably told Bayer Leverkusen already that he wants this move to happen. But he respects Leverkusen enough for the club to get the best deal they can, as long as it gets done. We shouldn't be too worried. We can be a little bit worried that it is dragging on, but don't get too worried yet. Leverkusen can't be stupid here. Liverpool can just pull out, then Wirtz is joining Bayern next season for £50 million. That's what this Liverpool fan is saying. This is a negotiating tactic by Leverkusen to get the fee closer to what they want. So hopefully this will get sorted on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, and as soon as it gets sorted, I will report it on this channel for you guys, of course. So it's going to be a huge deal. It's never going to be straightforward. Some people argue that Leverkusen shot themselves in the foot, appointing Ten Hag before trying to convince Harvey Elliott to join them. Because can you imagine Harvey Elliott going to Ten Hag's Leverkusen? I'm not sure. The positive is that Wirtz still wants to sign for Liverpool. He has shown Leverkusen respect in not going to Bayern Munich. They can't keep jumping between prices, or they will just ruin their relationship with the player himself, Florian Wirtz. And also another consideration is that Florian Wirtz's transfer fee for Liverpool will be a big hit on PSR. We have a lot of reg room, probably 250 million pounds, but selling Kelleher helps a lot because it will be recorded as a pure profit transfer fee, given that he's an academy player. A Tyler Morton sale would also help as well. So basically, because because Kelleher is a homegrown player, when Liverpool sells a homegrown academy player, or any Premier League club, the entire profit from the sale is recorded as pure profit in the club's financial year. This means that there is no need to deduct the original cost of the player or any associated development costs. That's how the profit is made to look clean. Clubs can use this pure profit to offset losses or to improve their financial picture within the PSR framework. They can use the funds generated from academy sales to buy new players, with the cost of those players being amortized over time. That's why Chelsea sold so many of their youth academy players, including Mason Mount and Tammy Abraham and others. Some Liverpool fans said that there is 500 million pounds of headroom on PSR front. I can't believe that, but I'm not financially very involved with Liverpool. I don't know either exact figures. But if Liverpool sell Kwanzaa, Morton, Elliott and Kelleher, that should be enough cover for this season and next season. The big question is, would Harvey Elliott's sale count as a pure profit from a PSR standpoint, given that he got his Premier League debut for Fulham, so he wasn't like a Liverpool youth academy player for a long time? How does that work in technicalities? Kieran Maguire, a finance expert in the Premier League, answered, given that Harvey Elliott's fee was only 4 million and Harvey had been at Liverpool for a few years, like 4 or 5 years, his book value will be close to zero. Not zero, but close to zero. So it's the Harvey Elliott sale fee is close to pure profit on disposal, dependent upon a sell-on clause with Fulham, of course. So that's really, really good news. But Trent, Kelleher and Harvey Elliott, they all count as academy trained and homegrown players. So I think Liverpool will be fine financially if we manage to move on. Harvey Elliott and we already sold Kelleher, we already sold Trent to Real Madrid. Yes, only for 10 million, but that still counts as pure profit as well. Wirtz is a different kind of player. He's not like Michael Owen or Raheem Sterling or Trent Alexander-Arnold. Wirtz is leaving Bayer Leverkusen on good terms. He has decided not to join their big rivals, and he has instead been persuaded by an exciting football project, rejecting Man City and wanting to sign for Liverpool. There is a reason why Wirtz doesn't act like most professional footballers. He doesn't have an agent whispering in his ears. He comes from a good sporting family. His sister is a footballer for Werder Bremen. His parents were both athletes and actually represent him when it comes to negotiations and decisions about his future. He's an old school athlete, of course, in a 22-year-old world-class phenomenon of a footballer's body. And it's hard to believe that people like him actually still exist, that they don't just choose glamour and money. There is a reason why Wirtz is like this. It's quite refreshing because in Germany's Sports Illustrated, Wirtz was given an interview. He was asked about who deals with his finances and whether he's motivated by money. And he said, when I moved from Cologne to Leverkusen, I didn't think about my salary for 1 single second, but only about what was best for my career. I don't even think about how much money I have in my account or what I could earn in the future. Of course, you should make sure you get a good contract. But for me, the sporting perspective is much more important than the money. And I think my parents would be angry if I were too fixated on money. After I moved to Leverkusen at 16, my parents managed my salary and they sent me 150 euros a month. That shaped me. It was important to my parents that I didn't do anything stupid with my salary, and that is very encouraging to hear. From a Liverpool perspective, it's a rare mentality to have in the modern game, but it makes us all even more excited to have Wirtz in the team. I think the parents were very smart bringing Wirtz up like this, that basically when he started earning big money, his parents managed his salary when he was still, not an adult, a teenager, 16, 17, 18 years old. He was already on big money with Leverkusen at that time, and yet the parents managed his salary and he got 150 euros a month, so he wouldn't start buying flashy cars and going to nightclubs and, getting bottle service, and you know how footballers can spend like thousands of pounds, thousands of euros in a day on stupid, idiotic stuff. But Florian Wirtz is not like that because of his parents, so hats off to his parents. Absolutely brilliant. So what do you think about this Florian Wirtz transfer saga? Leave your thoughts down below. I'm sure that you guys have a lot to say. And let's talk about Pipa Sierra's report. He's a Colombian journalist or South American journalist who has very good ties with South American football, and he reports that Liverpool are not currently negotiating or considering any offers for Luis Diaz. The club's priority is to renew his deal and give him a new contract, but if no agreement is reached, then Liverpool would be willing to sell. Lucho is open to renewing his contract. He hasn't ruled out a move to Saudi, and he's open to a move to Barcelona as well. It all depends on, what kind of contract offer he gets from Liverpool and whether it will be enough to convince him to stay. But he's 28 years old, I think, or will be 28 next season. So it would be a good time to sell him now if he doesn't sign a new contract. And his partner, Luis Diaz's partner, said they felt firsthand what it means to be part of this club. We knew the slogan was "You will never walk alone," but to hear them sing it with so much passion, support us every moment, shows such unconditional love, confirmed to us that here you never walk alone. This fan doesn't just support, it feels, and what you have made my boyfriend and our entire family feel is something we carry in our souls. Thank you for so much love, for so much dedication, and for making us feel at home. Being a part of this fan base is a privilege, and there is no doubt they are the best in the world. This is a real bond, deep and strong, and that reaffirms that we will never walk alone. Some Liverpool fans thought this is a goodbye message, but I don't think so. They just are very appreciative because their family went on a very tough journey. The parents got kidnapped in Colombia, and that was an absolute nightmare for Luis Diaz and his whole family. But the Liverpool fans showed so much love and support, and thankfully both of them were found and they are healthy and they could put this story behind them, and Liverpool fans supported them all the way, and that's what this club is all about. We are one big family, and thank you guys for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. See you later. Goodbye.